What is up, Nuggets Nation? I am here with the Nuggets legend himself, Mr. Ty Lawson. He is joining us at Beyond Sports 5280 today. It's very exciting to have you on the show, Ty. Thanks for coming back on.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Listen, I had fun last time, so
Yeah, no, I'm glad we had a chance to get you back here, and just excited to talk about some Denver Nuggets playoffs. So we got the playoffs coming up right now against the Timberwolves. Everybody's talking about it, and I got to get some of your thoughts. Now, this Denver team feels different this season, and what are some things that you've noticed about this team in particular, and what do you think their chances are leading up into the playoffs?
I think that this team is a little bit. I think it's better than last year. You're moving the ball a lot better. I think it's more selfless basketball. Especially with adding my UNC guy. You know what I'm saying? Getting up and down the court more. Chris, is it Braun? He's playing a lot better. Just I think it's a little bit more experience. And then, y'all haven't even been healthy this whole year. All really together. So the fact that y'all, been playing this well on a win streak, I think we're gonna go pretty far. I mean, Timberwolves, they're kind of scary a little bit. Just with Ant-Man, he can make shots, but I think should go pretty far in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm expecting that from them this season. The Timberwolves are up against the Nuggets, and that's definitely been a rivalry. 14 and 14 in their last 28 matchups, which is crazy to be that even, including the playoffs. That's just wild. So I'm interested to see this first round. Anthony Edwards is a dog, and for him to be playing at the level he always does, and just that risk of having him on the court. What's some of your predictions going into this series? What do you think this will go to? Who do you think is going to come out on top?
Nuggets is 6. Yeah, because
All
I
right.
think I think Ant-Man he might squeeze out two wins, and then what's their other guard? What's the dude name? The one that plays defense? I'm drawing a blank.
Uh, Not
Mm.
It's
Conley. Conley's
Walker, I
gone.
think, right?
Walker.
Alexander Walker.
Walker.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
All
no.
right.
He don't play with them no more. He
Oh,
played
that's
with
right.
Huh?
Atlanta. The tall, lanky one, the one that
Oh, Nas Reed and Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels. Jaden
Daniels.
McDaniels scared me too because he's getting better and better too. He's shooting the ball a little bit better. He's scoring a little bit more, and he can be a game changer. So that's another person that worries me in this series. But other than that, they might squeeze out two wins. I think.
Yeah, I think especially with just how they matched up and their history so far, it's hard to say that the Wolves won't at least get one. I mean, personally though, coming from Denver, I'd love to see a sweep. I think that the Nuggets are primed for that. I know playoffs is different and it's a whole different beast, but I think for the Nuggets, like that should be the priority. Is just absolutely dominate the Timberwolves, give yourselves that confidence heading into the Spurs because I think we all know the Spurs are going into round two at this point, and that presents a pretty big matchup. I mean, what are some of your thoughts on how the Nuggets can match up with the Spurs specifically, knowing how Wembanyama can be?
It's just Wemby. Wemby's tough. You gotta be physical with Wemby. I don't care. Like the matchups that you gotta be physical with Wemby. You gotta have a tough day every day that y'all are playing them. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna make it to the second round. They're playing well. They're young. They got De'Aaron Fox, who's it's clutch. Stephon Castle's playing well, and I think just be physical with Wemby, and you gotta keep him out of the paint because he's a game changer.
Yeah,
But
he is such a unique player. Like it's so crazy to see how he's developed so fast.
he works. You know what I'm saying? He went over to he was a monk for what? For a month over there. Like you know what I'm saying? You don't see that type of dedication. That's the first time I ever seen that. So he's
Yeah.
in there working and extremely hard. So I mean, him progressing this fast does not surprise me. Once I seen that, I was like, yeah, he's probably gonna be the one. He's an alien for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely.
it's insane watching him play. And DC, I kind of want some of your thoughts. Like, Ty saying play physical. I totally agree with that. And it was really impressive to see that last game in the win. I know Wemby wasn't playing, but Jokic only played 18 minutes and they sat 7 guys. So it was just impressive. How do you think the Nuggets are going to match up with the Spurs in round two?
I think that we actually do kind of match up well. And I agree with Ty that you got to play him physical, because if you let him kind of roam and do what he wants, he's going to be able to take over. He's going to get going early. And then once he got, the 3-point shot going, it's going to be really hard to stop him. I think Cassell or Castle, I don't know if it's Cassell, Castle. I like Cassell, but maybe that's because I like Sam Cassell too. But he's a hooper. He's just a straight up hooper. And I think we match up well, but I do think that one probably will. It'll probably take 7 games to get a win against them.
Yeah. I think it's going to be hard not to go to 7 games when you got the Spurs, and then right after you have the Thunder. And the only thing that really gives me a lot of hope, especially when you're looking at the Thunder, like I think the Spurs, the Nuggets definitely have a good chance of beating. It's just kind of anybody's game. It's almost like a toss up between them two. But the Thunder, obviously played really well against the Nuggets this season, 1-3 on the year. So that's the one I'm most concerned about, is when we have to face Oklahoma City. And I don't know, like Ty, especially coming from a basketball player, you have seen how they play. They play in an almost illegally physical way. And so when players are playing like that against you, what are some of the things that you can do to combat that while playing within the refereeing of how they like to call the game?
You talking offensively or defensively?
Well, specifically from an offensive perspective, I guess, because of how Oklahoma City plays defense, and then just within the same scope, on the other end, how do you get it done against a team like that that's just plays so physical on the offensive end as well?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely do. I watched OKC's a lot pushing off on their offensive end on them. But for the Nuggets, for defensively, they're right. You got it's playoff basketball, man. You got to be tougher. Can't look at the rest for a foul or anything. You're going to have to play through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've been in the playoffs. There's a lot of times where they get physical with you, especially like when I played against Kobe in Game 7. Game 7 at they spot. It was so physical. He started fouling me. Like, you just got to play through it. You got to hit first, I think. You know what I'm saying? Get them off you. You know what I'm saying? Then get some space, especially if you're like a point guard. Or if you're like, coming off handoffs like Jamal Murray, you got to get that space. You got to bump them off first, and then you got to get off. If you let them grab and get to you first, then it's going to be a long night. It's going to be tough. I mean, they always give the defense the benefit of the doubt in the playoffs.
Yeah, they definitely do. And I like that they're allowed to play more physical. I just wish the calls tended to be more consistent. Shea definitely plays, and the OKC Thunder definitely play at a certain way where they're leaning into how the rules work, and it can just be really difficult. We saw that last year during the playoffs, and it's going to be interesting to see how the Nuggets match up, but definitely just trying to get out of round 1 right now through the Timberwolves. Hopefully not too hard of a challenge to start off. But now that we look into the overall scope of the NBA, who's some of your favorite people coming out of the East at the moment?
My favorite coming out of the East, 100% is probably going to be Boston Celtics or the Cavs. That's going to be – I think those are the 2 teams. Because the Cavs, I don't know. James Harden, he's – offensively, they're going to be tough to stop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if Evan Mobley, if he's hitting shots, they're going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Then defensively, I think that was a good move by James and his camp to go to the Cavs, because now he has people that can cover up for him. Maybe he don't want to guard. All right, go see Jared Allen, go see Evan Mobley, all right? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was a good move by him, because, like, he don't play the best defense. And if he, does make a mistake, there's people that can cover up. Unlike the Clippers, I mean, Zubac's not blocking nothing. Robin Lopez is not jumping off of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Not blocking nothing. So it's pretty tough it's tough for him over there. But over here, I think he found a home.
Yeah, I think so as well. With the Cavs, it's such an interesting team, because I felt like they've always had the pieces, but James Harden definitely gives them that edge. He's just one of those clutch players, and it's just been crazy to watch him just move around to each team and just never been able to figure it out. So I think that he's definitely hungry for his first championship and just looking to really close it out. But the Celtics, man, the Celtics are something else. And at DC, I want to get some of your thoughts on the Celtics team.
I think, the Celtics are dangerous to me because they've been good all year, and it seems like they're getting better right now, like at the end, like they're taking it to another level. And then you got, the two heads of the snake who have done it already. So they don't really have any fear, but their expectations are probably going to be a lot bigger this year, right? Like they're going to expect to go to the finals now that they got Tatum back. And I think it's going to push them into another gear because I do think like defense travels, in the NBA and especially in the playoffs. Like defense will travel, and I think if they can play the defense like they have been, the scoring is going to come easy for them. But I will say about the Cavs, I actually agree because it's bigger for Spida that Harden's here now because you can't load up on him anymore, right? Like it used to be like the game, for the Cavs is going through Spida. You don't have to stop him, and you stop the Cavs. And now you have someone else who it might have to stop before you stop Spida. And if it just takes the pressure off of him, I think in the playoffs. So I think at the end of the day, that's really gonna help all of them.
One more thing about the Cavs. Even like the Cavs the past years, everybody was like all hype. Even my dad, he's from Cleveland. So I stayed there for like 5 months just to help him out a little bit, like, this past year. They was like, oh yeah, the number one. I'm like, yo, the main thing about the Cavs in the past, they were just soft. You know what I'm saying? Like when it gets like grindy, like you need to get stopped or bumped or something like that. I was like, who's gonna be the guy? Evan Mobley's not that guy. Jared Allen, I think all of them was like, you know what I'm saying? And then they also was just too small in the backcourt. You know what I'm saying? They was picking on Darius Garland. So now they give him height. So it's like, who you going to pick on? You can't pick on nobody right now unless you do one of the shooters. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. What's his name? I think he got red hair. I forgot his name. But he can shoot. Unless you pick on one of them. But other than that, you can't really pick on nobody. And with the Boston Celtics, I mean, they got Jason Tatum back. They was already playing crazy. They was already playing wild. Jaylen Brown, I don't know what got into him this summer. He over here doing squats with 50 pounds on each hand in the underwater. I'm like, yo, what are you on? You some Batman shit, man. So, but he like, so he's playing crazy. Then also the big thing I think with them is the big man that they have. He came out of nowhere and he gives them a dunk threat. So when you set that pick and roll, normally like somebody was popping or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have somebody that's diving and you have the lob threat. So now all the shooters on the other side, you got to pick and choose. You're gonna get the lob or you're gonna get a wide open three, and they're knocking down the threes. And then also on the defensive end, he's blocking everything that's coming through. So so that's why I think Boston, they're gonna be on another level. Like they're gonna be on another level because he unlocks a bunch of stuff that they haven't had in the last couple of years, and they won 2 years ago. So it's like, it's gonna be crazy.
Man,
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's setting up pretty wild. But I know, Ty, you got to go, so I just want to get kind of your last thoughts here. Let's say by some miracle the Nuggets do make it to the finals. They get through the OKC, they get through the Spurs, and they get to the finals. And I like Boston as well. I think Boston's going to be a really tough team to beat. So let's just say it's the Nuggets versus Boston. How do you think the Nuggets would fare and match up against a team like that?
I think they'll fare pretty well. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight, but at the same time, it's just that y'all specialize in the handoff and the pick and roll with Jokic and Murray. And the thing is, I don't think they have anybody that can really switch that pick and roll. So that action is going to cause a lot of problems, especially like down in like, the late fourth or when y'all really need a bucket. I don't know how they're going to guard that. At the same time, y'all have wings that at least can contest and guard, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So, I mean, in that aspect, I think y'all would, have an advantage, especially like late game.
Yeah. Personally, I think it's going 7 games, almost every single round for the Nuggets.
I think they're all going 7 games for sure. I mean, maybe not, hopefully not Minnesota, because if it goes 7 games in Minnesota, because it's going to be tough because I know the Spurs, they're probably going to go 4-1. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be sitting at home chilling. So I hope that y'all don't go 7 games with Minnesota because that's going to be tough to go 7 games and then go see them young boys over there.
Yeah. I think especially against Minnesota, it's about just getting them out real quick. But, okay, last final question for you here, Ty. If Nikola Jokic does indeed get a finals win and a finals MVP this season, is he a top 10 player all time. Is that what he would need to earn that title?
I mean, I already think that he's up there. You know what I'm saying? I think he's knocking on the door, if not in there already. You know what I'm saying? The stuff he's doing is unbelievable, and it don't seem like he's slowing down. And I think he's already there, to be honest.
Yeah. If you had to put a number on him, what would you say right now is his current ranking before any new accolades come into play?
I mean, I can't even put a number on it. I have to sit down and look at everything. I haven't looked at it, but I can't. I don't want to say something and put it out there, and then people get mad at me. So I'm gonna wait. Next time that we get on, I'll probably give him a ranking or a number.
Okay. All right. I like that. But you've got a giveaway you got going on here tonight. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing a sweepstakes where I'm giving away a suite to a Denver Nuggets playoff game. You get to choose. Whoever wins gets to choose the game. And, so basically you can download my app, Lotto Wins, and you can pick numbers to maybe win one through there, or you can go to my Shopify and just buy one. It's a card that's signed by me. All of them are in a stack of envelopes over there. If you go to my Twitter, you'll see, but it's a stack of envelopes. And once all 300 are gone, there's only 300 spots. I probably have about 50 that's been sold already since I posted like an hour ago. My email is going crazy right now. But there's only 300 spots, and there's going to be a golden ticket in one of those envelopes. You get the golden ticket. There's a number like on a bill with that golden ticket. You just call me and I set everything up. I keep looking down because my phone's lighting up with the emails. But you call me, we set everything up. I'm getting Airbnb. You know, if you from out of town, you want to come in, so you can come kick it. We can do whatever you want before and after the game, whatever. You know, I like to have fun. So yeah. So getting the Airbnb, you go to the game, food, drinks, whatever at the game, and then yeah, that's it.
Man, that's awesome. Wow, that's a pretty impressive thing to give away. I know a lot of Nuggets fans out there are going to be interested in something like that, and super exciting. Love to hear that from you, Ty. Well, thank you so much, Ty, for joining our show today. I know you got to run. Great to have you on. Can't wait to have you back. And excited for these playoffs, man. It's about to be crazy.
Yeah, me too. I'm locked in right now. Playing games is amazing, so I'm glad y'all can, come back on the show, and I'll probably come back on next week. This is fun.
Let's go. Yeah, we'd love to have you. All right, guys. This has been Ty Lawson on Beyond Sports, and we'll see you next time.
Later.